Do you want to intro it?
I'll start it off.
You love starting it off.
That's it. So, hello everyone. We are back. Cars Cuppas podcast, episode 7.
Episode 7.
We do. We have some exciting stuff coming up today as well.
We've got some calls up, mate. I'm looking forward to this one.
Something to reveal.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Are we telling them now or no?
Give a little teaser. So, I mean, a lot of you have probably seen something called Victri going about. So, you're going to find out some more information and maybe a little sneak peek later in the video.
It feels like 6 months too long, but we're finally able to show you. We're going to give you a little run through on the site. Because hopefully by the time this podcast is live, we should hope that the website's live as well.
Wow.
Otherwise we're going to look a bit stupid, aren't we, to be fair?
Well, that's it.
Well, I will, you will.
You will. Yeah, so that'll be that. Look forward to seeing
What I do want to say is before we kick into the podcast, if you're watching this, listen to it, whatever you're doing, if you listen to it on your phone, make sure you screenshot, share to your stories, tag us in it, let us know where you're watching it in the comments down below. Obviously, if you're watching it, take a photo of your TV or whatever you're doing.
Let us know where you watch it. I mean, if you watch it at work or if you watch it on a Sunday morning, because it posts every morning on a Sunday at 8 o'clock, or even if you've just got it and while you're driving in the car.
Exactly, and it'd be good to get more people involved with socials, actually, so we can share their stories, that we can see that they're actually watching or listening to it.
Exactly. We've had a few people interact as well. We've got some cars to roast, which looks good.
Again.
We've got a few people to talk about as well. So
I don't know why you'd want your car roasted.
I mean, I guess it's like
we must have been so good before.
They want to know what they can improve on their car.
Yeah, true. And there's definitely some improvements that some people need to have. Yeah. Alex with his Tesla, which will be roasted later.
Yeah, we'll have a look at that. I mean, Tesla's very controversial.
So where should we start this week? Should we start a little run through of what we've been up to over the last couple of weeks?
Yes. So what have you been up to then? How busy have you been?
I've been busy with detailing, to be fair. It sort of dropped off a little bit, but it's gone busy again. Obviously, Cars Cuppas is coming up. Said in the last one, we had the absolute washout of the last Cars Cuppas. Hopefully, this week's been beautiful, hasn't it, to be fair, weather-wise? I know
it's been lovely, I know. Well, I don't see the sunlight very much.
It's that perfect winter time where it's cold, but the sun's out.
Cold, it's freezing.
I know,
this morning was Baltic.
It's a cup of tea weather, quite literally. But it's like the sun is out and it's dry, which is the most important thing. And hopefully, because are you coming to Cars Cuppas on Sunday?
I'll be there on Sunday.
Hopefully there'll be some people listening to this whilst en route to Cars Cuppas, and hopefully the sun's shining and all that sort of stuff.
I hope so. I mean, if you had a look at the weather on Sunday.
I haven't actually had a look yet. I don't want to. Because knowing my luck, it'd be sunny up until Saturday, and then
Sunday morning it'll be raining, in the afternoon it'll be sunny.
Yeah, I'll be gutted. But hopefully that'll be a good one, because obviously we're at Race World.
Yeah, a bit different environment, and also you can go on the racetrack as well.
Yeah.
Check out the go-karts, which are always good crack.
I love a bit of karting, mate.
Good fun. I want to try some of the other ones, more the outdoor tracks. I think
Dunk as well and stuff.
Yeah, I want to try Dunk as well. I know I sent you that one up north.
Mate, that looked amazing. Is there a racetrack there as well?
So I think it is. I think they do like Formula 4, like the smaller cars.
Because when you sent it to me, I almost thought Teesside sounds like there's an actual track there.
I think Teesside there is.
Or is it big drifting thing? Am I getting
one of them? Might be drifting actually.
But so that's Teesside karting. Is it like one of the UK's UK's largest?
Yeah, it's like 2.1 kilometres long.
I'd be
which is pretty big
on that. You'd get your money's worth, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed the Nervo and go-kart, and that was quite cool.
Yeah.
Doing the e-go-karts, the electric. They're quite nippy off the line.
Because with them, you literally go flat out.
The only thing I found with them is it was a bit, not slow, but it was just foot down the whole time, pretty much.
Yeah. You could. I think after a couple of laps, I was like, what, you barely need to use the brakes.
Yeah, it's just that top corner,
yeah, you
and that's
go
about
flat out. Yeah, so if you want to go to the Nervo and do a bit of karting, head there.
It wasn't expensive either. I think it was only like
cheaper than what it is here.
12 quid or something.
Yeah,
and we got
definitely
like
cheaper than what it was here.
half an hour.
And the whole group done it.
Yeah, we all got in it. So it was just us out on the track, which was pretty cool.
So do you reckon you'll get into any karting sessions on Sunday? You're just going to focus
probably
on
not on Sunday. I think
you're too manic.
Yeah, it's too busy, and also race was quite expensive.
Yeah, come on, Race World. I'm a bit upset with Race World at the minute, you know. Obviously, doing this meet on Sunday at Race World, I've tagged them in X amount of posts. Obviously, bringing them probably like, I don't know, say 400 people, 200 cars, say. They haven't shared one post, mate. So,
savage.
If you're watching this, do you know what I mean?
Race World,
Jesus, the least you could do is just give it a like or a share. Do you know what I mean?
Share it about.
So I probably won't be as incentivised to do it.
They have got a good track though.
Yeah,
it is quite a nice track, and it's having the bridge in the middle and like some of the tight hairpins.
It's good in the cold, like this time of year, karting in the cold. Something to the tyres.
Your hands are like this, they're shaking.
But you can get good lap times.
Yeah,
you can get really good lap times. I'm
sure better in the summer though, because the tyres are warmer.
Yeah. I don't know, they always say it's better in you get quicker lap times in the winter. Maybe we need to ask Hayden.
Mate, he'll probably know.
Yeah, he'll chew our ear off about it.
I mean, I think we had a brief talk about them last time, Hayden and Ethan, their MRS Media. Have you seen a bit more?
No, have you?
So they've kept up with it. I've seen a few little bits. I think a lot of people like the first video. They kind of joked about it a little bit. But I think they're still trying. I've seen Ethan's messaged me. He's bought an MX-5.
I've seen that.
It's exciting. I love an MX-5.
How did he get that in budget? Because he said he had budget of like 1,200
He bought it for
1,500
600 quid, he says. The only problem with them, I think...
It doesn't have an engine.
It's a soft top, first of all. So a hard top's worth 500 quid, which is basically half an MX-5. I think it's a bit higher mileage. There's a little bit of rust as well. And to be fair, you can pick
What's
up
his plans with it? Do you know what his plans are?
I don't know. He's not said to me
For
yet.
600 quid though.
They're good cars.
Yeah.
Like you can, if you want to, just weld the diff. They're good little like back road basher. And I miss mine. I'd have another one.
Mate, I said last time, I really want a winter basher. I know it's different to having like a nice second-hand car that you can just use every day, like Ethan probably is, but I miss just bashing a car through winter.
Just having a car,
especially for like 500-600
you don't care about
quid.
it as much,
Exactly.
and like you can just enjoy it rather than being worried about breaking something or worried about something going wrong.
Yeah, no, I definitely wasn't worried about breaking.
Or scratching it.
I had the winter basher in a few ditches many a time.
Yeah, well, I mean, you had the E39, but the E36 has had a return, hasn't it?
The E36 is back. Yeah, I don't know if I'm as excited. You know, obviously, also on the last podcast, you were sort of hyping me up, going. Is that your 6 o'clock content alarm?
It is. 6 o'clock content. It's all scheduled, so it's already posted.
Sweet. Yeah. So that was on the first one, wasn't it?
I think it was. Yeah, I think I didn't turn it off.
Yeah, and you didn't.
It's on silent, but it still goes off.
Right, bypasses it.
Yeah.
So E36. Yeah, so I'm not as excited about getting it back. Because obviously on the last podcast, I was like, obviously talking to you, you were like, yeah, why don't you give it a go yourself? And I was thinking about it. And then I was doing some content with Victri the other day with Felix, and he must have listened to the podcast because he was like, oh, why don't we just do it ourselves? And I said, it's funny because I was just having this conversation with Reese. I was like, do you think we could? And he was like, yeah, like we'll just go and pick it up. So I was like, yeah, we'll just go and pick it up. Then I texted him on Friday. I was like, mate, you haven't seen the car yet, so you're getting really excited to see the car. You don't know how bad it is.
I mean, it's not too bad. It's just that scuttle panel with rust. But apart from that,
well, you want to give it a go?
Yeah. What does it need?
Well, we're stripping out everything,
right,
and basically just starting from scratch. There's this guy on TikTok.
I mean, if it's going to be a track car, you might as well just take the door cards off and leave them off.
Well, that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to take the front windows out and replace them with Perspex.
Right.
So because obviously,
is that because of the regulators?
Yeah, they're broke.
Yeah.
And I was like, do you know what? I don't do electrics, but I don't do anything to do with cars other than driving really. So. Like this is going to be off to a good start, but I'll take out the windows. We'll make it quite light as well with that.
Nice to hear.
But I was saying to you before we started this podcast today that we're thinking of obviously painting it ourselves.
It doesn't always go the best.
No, I said to Felix the other day, and it's not a good start. I said, so what do we do about these dents and that? How do we get them like proper smooth? And he was like, we're not off to a good start. Like, yeah.
I mean, dents, you can either do paintless dent removal,
or
get someone to do that, or fill it. Yeah, just whack a bit of filler, sand it, filler, get a block, get sandpaper on that.
But I was more wondering, like, how do you get it? Like, so say you've got like a raised bit of panel, and like this bit's a little bit low on the panel, and it's dented on the lower bit.
Yeah.
How do you make sure you haven't filled it?
Just kind of. It's kind of one of those.
Just one of those.
Feel it and get around. Yeah, like if it then goes, say you've got like a line like this. If it then curves a little bit and scoops like that, filler it and just like sand the top and bottom.
Yeah,
I'm gonna kind of mould it.
I'm looking forward to cracking on with it, but at the same time, I know I'm gonna get really fed up with it. And my problem is I've really good intentions of starting stuff.
Start it,
and then I'll crack on for a little bit, and then it'll be sat down there.
Yeah,
like I've already had comments saying this ain't getting done and stuff like that. Like Jasmine's like. I said it'll be done in a few months, and she said a few years.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, it's going to be a few months. Cause I want to get it ready for Nürburgring next year.
I mean, you've got time over winter. Winter's always a bit quieter.
Yeah.
But it's then cold, getting out in the
cold. But the thing is, like,
wet.
I was saying to Felix, like, we've picked the worst time to do this. We're just about to start this business, and we're, like, messing about with a bloody project car. Do you know? And it's not just, like, a project car, we do the wheels,
a couple of little things.
This is a full bloody restoration.
Yeah, but then if you've got time, I mean, when's the next Nürburgring trip planned, do you reckon?
May, I reckon.
So what's that give you? 5 months, 6 months?
Yeah, that's more than enough, isn't it?
It's enough time. And I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm sure you can get some other people to give you a hand.
Yeah, I'm sure, yeah, we know plenty of people to give us a hand. The thing is as well, I jumped in it the other day thinking, well, at least the engine's alright.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Oh.
But I started up and Felix was like, what is that? And I was like, I don't remember that from before.
I mean, maybe it just needs a service.
I reckon it needs a good country lane blast.
A good blast, it's sat there. A service, because maybe the oil's been sat for ages.
Yeah.
It's probably old. And I reckon it'll run.
There's this guy on TikTok called Ethan something. I'll have to put
Is he
up
building
his...
an E46?
Yeah.
I've seen that. It's
Mate,
incredible.
hell of a product. I was showing Felix it yesterday for a bit of inspiration. I literally put in... Because for some reason I was like, right, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do a TikTok series.
Yeah.
I'm not focusing as much on YouTube. So I was like, right, I went on TikTok and I was like, right, E36 restoration projects. And then his come up, E46. And I was watching it, I was thinking, well, this guy started off in his drive. A bit like what you've done with rapping.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You started off doing little bits to your car. And I was like, well, there's no reason why I can't do it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, exactly. I mean, just try it.
Do you fancy getting involved with it?
Yeah, give it a crack. I don't mind a little project.
I'll show you it on Friday.
The MX-5, I tried a few things on it. I mean, I ended up having to do a gearbox by myself with a friend.
I want to do that livery, so I'll probably get you on that, to be fair.
Yeah, I'm sure we'd help doing that.
So, but obviously we have to make sure you have to assess the paintwork
Get the
first.
paint
Make sure you're happy with it, because obviously last time you said about the paintwork on wet cars.
Worst comes to worst, you could just like primer the whole car, sand it so it's smooth, and then wrap the whole car.
True.
If the rattle can don't go very well, just sand it all down then. It's always an option. Or just get it fully painted.
I don't know. I'm going to have to just wait and see, but it's going to be a lot more than what I think Felix is in a bit of a dream world with it. I am in a bit of a dream world with it, but I'm telling people with confidence.
Yeah.
What are you on about? It's fine.
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it. I mean, Felix still needs to change his charge pipe.
Yeah,
so
true. But, I'm stuffed.
That's been months.
Yeah, exactly.
So, let alone fixing the whole car.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I don't really know what we're going to do about that. What about you, though? What have you been up to?
It's been a pretty chilled week, to be fair. Just been wrapping a lot of vans.
No Teslas?
No Teslas this week, which is always good. A few like D-chromes and like stripes. Just little partial bits. I don't think I've done much. So it's been a while since the last podcast. So I've done a couple shoots. Did I do the one at the Barbers? Was that on the last podcast or not?
I think you... No, I don't think you did.
Went down
I think it might be the weekend after.
I think it was.
Yeah.
I went down to a Barber's. I did a shoot down there, which was cool. The guy's really nice. Then went with this boxer. Did a video on him. He was meant to have a big fight night on Saturday, but he hurt his hand. So
so he had to pull out.
He had to pull out, unfortunately. So
when did he pull out? Do you know?
I think like 2 days before, 3 days before. It seemed great. But then I did. Alex Williams has bought a new car, so I did a reveal shoot for him. So it's S15. It's a 2JZ. Like, insane car. It's got 850 horsepower. It's mental. He actually did say roast my car, so we'll show you that later and see what we can roast.
And I can roast him as well.
Because
we did get off to a good start, me and Alex, but we'll get onto that in a bit.
He did say to me, I don't think Talasi likes me very much.
No, I do like him. I think he's sound now. I had to put him in his place, but we'll get onto that.
I think he needs to learn his lesson, which he's learned.
Has he? Maybe through Cars and Cuppas, but not on the road.
He don't drive much on the road anymore, though.
It's because I'm supposed to got his licence, though.
Yeah, he just drives to and from work now, really.
Yeah, well, I'll tell it now. But basically, he was drifting out of the exit at Greendale.
Yeah.
And I had to give him a bit of a bollocking, and it was funny because I went to a car show that weekend, and like Brendan and that was there, and I didn't realise he was in the group.
Right.
And they said something about it, and I was just about to go in on him, not realising he was there. And he was like, "Oh yeah, that was me." I was like, "Mate, I was literally just about to out you in front of everyone." And cause I basically said a message. I was like, "Nah."
I think he owned up to it.
Yeah, he did.
He was like, "My bad, I won't do it again."
I think I asked him to do a video apology or something like that, but he was like, "Nah."
I think I remember you said you did.
That would have been a bit harsh.
Yeah, it's a bit savage.
Yeah, I don't, like looking back at it now, I don't think I'd ask someone to do that again. I think I was just a bit peed off. But he's sound. He's come up to the last evening meet, didn't he, with one of his cars?
Yeah, he's been nice. He's been quite chill.
And you've done a fair bit with him, do you know what I mean?
I've done loads of stuff with him. I went up to Pembury Drift Circuit with him, which is pretty cool.
That was like back in the day one days, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was back when he was first, but I'm waiting next year. I reckon he'll have loads in his new car.
So what's this new car saying then? So it's not road legal?
No, it's not road legal, but it's got everything done to it.
Has it?
So this guy, I think his name was Evan, he used to be like a pro drifter, and he's sold it to him, so it's already set up. It's won a drift championship, I'm pretty sure. So he's got all the gear, now just to build up the idea.
Yeah, fair. What does that, like, without outing him too much about how much he spent, what does a drift car cost like that?
A lot. I mean, I think S50,
as well.
Yeah, I don't know exactly, but I'd imagine it's in the ballpark of 20 to 30 at least.
Jesus,
like, I'd say at least. I think just because the engine's fully built, big turbo, it's got everything done to it, it is drift ready.
And then what do you reckon it costs to maintain a year? 10?
Yeah, probably. I think tyres is the most expensive thing, I reckon.
Yeah.
Because you think tyres, you can easily go through like 12 sets of tyres,
in a
10 sets of tyres in a full day. if you're like actually hammering it and going out a lot. I think you spend quite a fair bit on that. I think
you almost
Rob
need
said
a
he spent like
pallet.
£500 on tyres a go.
Yeah, I remember him saying does add up. Do you know what I mean? And then it must burn through fuel.
Yeah, you go for it, you fill up your
I mean?
tank, and you probably might have to get a second tank.
Fair play. He's quite young, isn't he, Alex?
Yeah, he's a young lad. He's doing well.
What's his hopes then? Does he just want to work up this drift championship?
I think he wants to get up and
step
up the levels, and I think he then wants to do like, I don't know if you know Adam Z Fest in Ireland.
Yeah,
I think he wants to
sick.
go there. He wants to do like championships across the world.
To be fair, that'd be quite cool for Cars and Cuppas to get behind him, I reckon.
Yeah, help him
almost
out.
like sponsor him or something like that.
Yeah, make sure he can pursue his dreams.
Yeah, I reckon that'd be quite cool actually, because then he can sort of promote the whole fact of obviously he's learnt his lesson. Well, I don't know if he's learnt his lesson on the road.
Learnt his lesson on the road and he's taking it to the track.
Now he's taking it to the track, which is that whole like GCM we're trying to do, weren't they? The whole,
exactly.
Rather than racing on the roads, race on the track.
Talking about, there's another car show. I don't know if we spoke about last time.
Yeah, the one that I'm banned from.
The one you're banned from. I think GCM need to have a little chat with them. We'll leave it there.
Really?
I mean, have you seen some of the videos on TikTok? I don't want to say too much.
Yeah.
But there's some videos on TikTok going around, and I think needs a bit of a review.
What have you seen?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of people flying up and down the road. We all saw the McLaren video.
All the McLaren
Where
videos.
it almost hit that kid.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're constantly sending it, and it is a public road.
Do you know what? I'm going to be a little bit honest here about this, to be fair, because do you know what's annoying about that?
Is all the Cars and Cuppas is very heavily checked.
We got absolutely annihilated. Well, I say annihilated. We got penalised, and I had to jump through loads of hoops and hurdles to try and make sure Cars and Cuppas was safe. And obviously you look at all these other car shows like BHP and stuff, we get absolutely slaughtered. And there's other car shows at more like prestigious venues that just seem to gets away with it. And you think there's kids, hundreds of kids on the exit.
Yeah,
we had 20, 30 kids on the exit, and I agree, like it was getting bad. We sorted it out, we made sure it was sorted out. But then I don't know how, if Cars and Cuppas, if someone was drifting outside Cars and Cuppas and a kid nearly got hit, would have been shut down straight away.
Yeah.
Like there would have been like no questions about it.
That's it.
Because we're in communication with the police.
Yeah.
And they check TikTok, they check the video, they check all the social medias and stuff. If someone had sent someone that video of someone drifting out of our exit and a kid nearly got clarted, it would have been game over.
Yeah. So
and then they would have looked at because at the end of the day, it's not just a car show, it's a proper event. You've got to make sure you've got risk assessments and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, I'm not going to go too far into it because I'm just not, because I'll get in enough trouble and headache as it is, and I fall out with enough people.
I mean, anyways, positive note. They did have some good cars there though, so there was that, and I made some good videos out of it. I've got a YouTube video. Which
at the end of the day, it's another event where people can meet up, connect with.
Exactly.
Everyone can share the same day with the same passions and all that sort of stuff. But obviously, certain things just need to be looked after. Do you know what I mean?
There's not many.
One person can ruin it for everyone.
Yeah.
Do you know
there's not many events in the area, is there?
Exactly.
Really?
The Southwest is so
there's not
overlooked.
There's not a massive car scene.
Exactly.
Cornwall's even worse. It's even quieter.
So I think everyone needs to do what they can to make sure they're as safe as they are, or safe as they can be, because then events like that can still happen. Otherwise, the Southwest car scene, there's not going to be a car scene in the Southwest, is there? Because it's just people are just going to get shut down and stuff. But like you say, good event, good cars and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, talking about it, so I did make a YouTube video. I've been a bit slack on YouTube.
Yeah, what's going on, Reece?
I've just not had anything interesting enough, I think, worthy of posting. I've kept up with Reels and like YouTube Shorts. I've posted stuff that I post on my Instagram onto there, but I don't know, I've just not had anything I can
What sort of stuff would you like to do?
I don't know. I think
like reviews and stuff, or
I'd like to review people's cars. I did try to put an Instagram poll out about getting some people with cool cars and like reviewing it. And
why don't you just put something in the drive out chat?
Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna maybe try and do over the winter. There's a bit more time, and then get some more videos up. I mean, I think it's just I don't know, trying to put my fingers in too many.
Oh mate,
places.
I know how you feel. Yeah, it's difficult, and it's trying to find people that are willing. Because obviously people need to be willing to be on camera as well.
Yeah, because it's not like I can just review their car. I need them to be quite on it.
Yeah, which is difficult. But I think, to be honest, with people like you, the more that you do on socials, the better it is, because people are getting more used to it now. Like when you first probably got your camera out at one of the car shows locally, it's like BHP, for example. It might have been a little, like people around us might be like, oh, that's a bit weird or whatever. Yeah. But now they're just used to it. So they're almost used to being on camera. Like if you chuck the camera up in their face, they'd probably be used to it. I think the more you do, the easier it is.
Yeah,
for
exactly. It's a
people.
confidence thing as well. Isn't
Yeah,
it?
but it is difficult, isn't it? Like, on the drive ups we do, in the morning, I always have good intentions. I pack all the camera stuff, always have good intentions to film as much as I can. I'd like to do more filming of me, like explaining about what's going on.
Yeah.
But then you just get sidetracked or something like that with me, or
That's it.
Or
and then once you miss
thing.
one little thing you want to
Yeah.
film, you just kind of forget about it. So
You actually inspired me to do my little like day in the life thing again
I
yesterday.
saw that. I did watch that
Because
video.
I used to, when I was getting like proper on it with the detail and stuff, I used to use detail and day in life all the time. They used to do well good, mate. Like
Yeah.
the views and that used to do really good. And I've seen that you done yours the other day, and I didn't tell you actually. You know, you done your
Yeah.
day in the life. A driving instructor sent me it because
Right.
I'd shared it actually, didn't I? My story.
Ah.
A driving instructor sent me it. Actually, do you want me to read out what they said?
What did they say?
Let's have a look.
I don't know. Can you read out what they say?
Yeah, because I think I said something sarky back. Because I know them,
Right.
so it's not like that. But let me just have a quick look. Because obviously, I think you allegedly filmed yourself driving.
There was a passenger with me.
Oh,
yeah, there was a passenger with me. It wasn't me.
So it was a Taylor, yeah,
Taylor was in the car.
just filming, yeah.
I don't know what you're laughing about.
I can't. For the signal down is crap. So I'll still have to see if I can get the comment out because I just thought it was quite funny. But I sort of was just like joked in your corner.
Yeah.
Because I got a shadow banned on TikTok for my passenger filming me when I was driving on the Autobahn.
Yeah, I know. It's interesting. Problem is, my TikTok's been doing awfully. I've started a new TikTok.
Which done well, you said.
Which, yeah, the first video did alright. They're not doing very well, but I think I'm going to try and stick with that because the old one, I posted like 50 things and nothing did well at all.
It's difficult,
So,
isn't it?
I'm trying something fresh. I think because I didn't post for such a long time and then started posting again, it doesn't really like it.
And that's what Mark Lowell's exactly the same as me.
Not
So
sure whether that's the
yeah.
issue or...
It's the whole consistency thing, and just like I almost feel like TikTok needs you to be posting X amount, and almost for you to be like posting twice a day at the same time every day or whatever. Then it sort of picks up that you're keeping consistent with it.
I think it is,
and then it like chucks it out. And it's like, all right,
Yeah.
we'll push them out to everyone.
I think it is the consistency because obviously a lot of people try to do it but they give up so quickly, so they can't push everyone's videos.
Yeah.
So if the people who are actually really consistent on it, I think as long as it's high quality.
I said to you the other day, like it's difficult down here as well because we haven't got big influencers where we could piggyback off. Not necessarily piggyback off in a cheeky way, but just like if you're in Milton Keynes, London, Manchester, somewhere like that, like there's let's say like Milton Keynes for example, you've got Urban, which links with Yanamai, you've got Lenny, you've got Calvin's Car Diary, all these people in the same sort of area. Whereas if you went to car shows, you'd probably, because you're heavily in it, you'd automatically be in that crowd.
Yeah.
So you can almost like gain a little bit of traction off that. For example, Mark McCann, who we're going to talk about later, he piggybacked off the back of Ryan Taylor, if you remember in the day. So basically, Ryan Taylor moved into this great big house like in the same area as Mark McCann, and Ryan Taylor had built this like track in the back of the field, and all the neighbours were hating it.
Right.
And I think Mark McCann must have clicked on, and I don't know how set up it was, but there was basically a video of Ryan Taylor's drifting in his back garden, and Mark McCann's knocked at the door, and it's like a little bit of a setup thing. And they've ended up getting Pally through that, like on this video. And then Mark McCann's come on the scene through Ryan Taylor.
I mean,
so if you go back to like Ryan Taylor's videos from like 2 years ago, you'll see it all like unfold. And that's sort of, Mark McCann wouldn't have, obviously he's like a proper high up businessman, so he's obviously done it right. But I'm saying like the social media side of it, he wouldn't have had that leg up without going to Ryan Taylor's that day. And sometimes about the right times, right place, right time sort of thing.
Do you know what Mark McCann does?
Ratchet straps.
Yeah, crazy.
I couldn't believe it.
I saw it the other day and I was like, that's it. That's what made his fortune.
Well, what's interesting with that, he done a podcast with Raheem at CEO Cast like 2 years ago, and Raheem asked him what he does for a living. He never mentioned the ratchet straps. He said he's got like a motocross business with supplies and X, Y, and Z, and something to do with his dad, but he never mentioned it was ratchet straps.
Yeah.
But how mad is that?
That's his main income. Yeah, it's crazy. I think he just does YouTube for fun on the side, enjoys
He's
it.
made some dollar, isn't
You
he?
see his house and his garage is insane. I mean,
unbelievable.
I mean, we could talk about infos at the moment. So
yeah, because you wanted to discuss a little bit about that.
Yeah, so
Might
we've
as
got
well
quite a few to discuss about. I did write some down so we can have a little chat.
So might as well start off with Mark McCann once we're onto it.
Start off with Mark. I mean, I think one of his.
I've got my missus into Mark
videos,
McCann, mate.
Have
And do you
you?
know they share the same surname?
McCann.
Yeah, she's
So
every
who
time
knows?
I watch Mark McCann, I just see her just like phone goes down slowly and
She
she's
starts watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so he's got his recent video, 85 cars. Well, it's not his most recent one, but he's got 85 cars, which is crazy. I mean, he's got 2 garages, I think.
Yeah.
One of them
I
just
think he's got more.
Maybe more,
Yeah,
probably.
I think he's
But he
got
had
more.
loads of cars outside because he can't
True.
put them all in his garage, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine having that problem. I think one of them, he had loads of like Ford Escorts, old V6 Clios,
Yeah.
literally everything. The Sterato he jumps.
Yeah,
His
it's got the
SVJ, yeah. Which has been absolutely abused.
SVJ, like, I don't think he can... Something, I was watching a video that Yanni done with him the other day, something like he can't use it because it's run out of warranty, and they want to charge him like £20,000 for like a year warranty or something like that on the car, and he's just like, the car's fucked.
Out of warranty.
Yeah.
Bit broken.
So, but he's got, like you say, he's got some mental cars. Like, if you're into like the really old stuff, he's got like a Ford, is it the Escort Cosworths and stuff like that, which is just left outside.
He's got everything.
You've seen his E46 M3, and
Yeah,
he's got the E92
and the
M3.
E92.
2 really sought after cars.
Both just sat outside. Doesn't
isn't
care
it?
about them, abuses them around the track. I think his money is just not a problem.
It's mad.
It's just,
he's obviously got the Ken Block's car, which is probably worth an absolute fortune.
I don't think it's really valued. I think he said at one point it could be valued like 5 million for a Fiesta, but there's no value to it.
With that car, I think that's only going to be valuable in our generation.
Right.
Like, I think, like, say, when you have kids, will your kids be want to buy in Ken Block? They won't know him. So it's only going to be valuable for the next 10 years.
I don't know. I don't think. I
Don't
think because
reckon?
he was such a legend, I think his name will always sit there because he did so much.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
But you look at like the old classic cars, right? So like the old, I don't know, MGBs and stuff like that. At one point, they haven't got any link to any. Well, like Colin McRae, for example.
Right.
Like, when you have kids and stuff, are they going to know who Colin McRae is enough to be like, oh, we'll invest in a Colin McRae car?
I think it'll
like
just be a collector's thing, won't it? Like, it'll sit there for ages,
Yeah.
and then once like it goes out of Mark's possession, someone else going to collect it, and the value's only go up because it's the only one available.
Yeah, I mean, it's silly money.
It's like the original Lamborghinis and things like that. Like the Countach is worth so much.
Yeah, it's silly. A customer of mine, for the detail, had a SLR 722S thing, and it was signed by Sterling Moss.
Right.
And like there's a video of Sterling Moss signing the car and all that sort of stuff because it was linked to Sterling Moss somehow. I don't know whether he designed the car or something like that. And when Sterling Moss died, mate, the value of that car just pretty much quadrupled.
Yeah, that's the
insane.
thing. I bet a lot of cars will become collectors, and that's just how it works. Like,
I mean, if you can buy the right car like that, obviously he
Yeah.
didn't know that because Ken Block was quite young, I think, wasn't he? He wasn't particularly old.
I
It was
don't
only
think he
a
was that
fatal
old.
crash, wasn't it? It
yeah,
wasn't
it's
necessarily-
bad crash. But
It's funny because well, it's not funny, but it's weird because people like that do these really crazy jobs where he's doing X, Y, and Z, and then die doing something completely the opposite. You look
Not
at
crazy.
Schumacher, like you look at Schumacher, was Formula One driver, and then obviously he's not dead, but he's not far off, is he? Because of the crash he had with the skiing incident.
yeah,
So it's weird that you do all of this,
you're fine.
and you're fine, and then you
But
have,
you could fall down the stairs and
that's it. It's mad, but that's a bit morbid to be fair.
That's quite
Back to Mark
savage.
McCann.
Back to well, we'll talk about some of the social media influencers.
Yeah, because you've been educating me on a couple of people that I've heard of, but not
So
necessarily watched.
if you watch a lot of TikTok, there's kind of a main few people. So in the UK, there's this guy called Seb. He had a BMW 540i, which is a pretty cool car. He did loads of modifications on it, and he's done really well. He blew up his social media, and he's just bought a G82 M4. So he's
is that the guy?
he's the one. Yeah, he wrapped it red.
He always used to talk about B58.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, if like, oh, bro, it's a B58.
Yeah.
Or he'd go on holiday. Oh, I missed my B58.
Yeah, that's the guy.
He's done very well. He started doing YouTube. He's got 200k on TikTok. He's got 13,000 on YouTube. So he's building that up. But his M4 had loads of controversy. Like he did his wheels silver, and people were saying take them black. And there's just
is that an M5 comp that he's got there?
No, so it was a 540i, but he made it into a comp with like some modifications.
Yeah. What? And he's recorded the whole process.
He's recorded it all on TikTok, and he does loads of funny videos and skits. And
Yeah,
I think
nice.
skits are the way forward. So there's a couple other people as well. So a lot of the American audience there's quite a few people. There's a guy called Jake Schnatter. He's quite young, but he's got 5 cars at the moment. He's just bought a Lamborghini Huracan. He's also
living my
got
dream.
a Supra, an M4, a Corvette Z06.
Yeah, nice.
And I think he's got another car as well. I think he's got like an old Beta, which he just absolutely rinses and like abuses it, like a winter basher.
Oh man, that's the lifestyle I'd love to live.
He does loads of funny videos as well. He does skits. He does YouTube. He just kind of records his life and how like he does what he does and how he gets like picking up his new car, which he only got like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, it's mad what you can achieve doing these videos.
Yeah,
and that's what it's inspiring. Like I get motivated, like even hearing about that.
Well, exactly. And he was saying in one of the videos, he was like, it's a risk him getting the Lambo, because nowadays on social media, people only want to watch the good cars. So it's an investment for him because he knows it's going to go up. Yeah. And his social media has blown up a lot since he's bought it. So I think that's what social media's going into.
Do you know the best part about it is as well? I don't know how technical or how accurate this is, but if you do well on TikTok through cars, you could probably buy that Lamborghini and put it through your business.
Well, you could, yeah.
Because it's promotion, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what you would like to sort of aim to aspire to be like?
That would be cool.
Because I've said to you before, like I love Tommy.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm trying to do more on TikTok. And
he's so casual as well.
That's so casual, isn't it? You just got to make people... Thing is, there's going to be people that like and don't like you, and you just got to do stuff regardless of what people think or say, do you know what I mean? And I think once you get over that barrier, you'll just chuck up anything. Obviously, I've started to take the mick up myself on the Victri channel, haven't I? Victri TikToks from my height.
Yeah.
And I think if you can break past that barrier of not really caring and taking the mick with it, you can. I think if you carry on doing
all publicity is good publicity, whether it's hate or.
You wasn't too sure on that video at first.
See, I wasn't too sure on it, but then also
I don't think you understood what I was trying to say. I was like, "This is just a joke."
I'm taking the mick up
myself, and you were like, "Oh, I don't know if this is really professional or not," but
it then actually kind of works.
But then you notice I wouldn't put it on Instagram. Like it's in Victri Instagram.
I think Instagram's more of like a portfolio, more of like a smarter.
Yeah.
But I think TikTok's more just chuck funny stuff up, get the views.
Because younger audience, as in like our age audience, isn't
send the traffic over to Instagram.
Exactly.
And I'm just trying to search up. So Tommy, I don't know how he actually makes his money.
Was it DJing?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure he's a DJ. Because that's how DMO made his money, wasn't it? Being a DMO.
Was he?
DJ.
Yeah. Oh yeah, from DJing to he was on. Wow, that's quite crazy actually.
But then obviously he's made, so obviously it's not, thing is with that, like they say about the whole DJ thing, he's obviously made a bit of money DJing, probably invested in a little bit of property here and there or X, Y and Z. And the DJ's just been the small start that's helped him get there, do you know what I mean? But I imagine he's made it's like the same like DMO, I think, made a bit of money through DJ, invested it into a couple of different businesses, and then obviously the businesses is what ended up him
over time. It's great. I mean, DMO's done some crazy stuff recently with cars.
Mate, it's funny because a lot of people I know don't actually like his videos, but I think you can put up with it. But it's mad what he's achieved.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I'm not huge on like the stuff he produces, but
I don't know how he gets away with it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I know, he's just in a Honda. What? Yeah. He's like sending it.
There's some videos, especially with that driver Dave.
Yeah.
I think, where are you doing this? Are you in your own city or something? What's going on?
I don't understand how he gets away with that, but he does. I mean,
I suppose they're never actually filming the car, are they?
No, it's always blurring the speedo, blurring the number plates, and there's no proof of anything.
But he's done well. Like he's achieved. I think he's out in Dubai at the minute.
I think he's living in Dubai.
Instagram Dubai lifestyle.
The only thing I found of him at the moment is I think he's a bit scammy. Because you've seen. Oh, camera's ended.
Well, that camera's ended. It's given up.
Just go and put a look at that. So we're now just down to the main camera.
Just down to the main camera.
We've cut down from 2 to 1.
If you were enjoying the mixing up between the screens and stuff, we're like, no more.
I mean, if you've made it this far, thank you for listening.
Yeah, cheers.
Well, we do appreciate it.
Where do we go up to? DMO being scammy.
Yeah, so him and Switzy, I don't know if you've heard of Switzy, all it is like, give us £300, we'll double your money. And
it's a pyramid scheme, surely.
It is, it is a pyramid scheme. I've not looked into it enough to know exactly how it works, but all I've heard is bad reviews. But
the thing is, you can make money quick, right? But there's no long-term way of making money quick. Like you might be able to make a few quid off the back of that now, but if they want to keep you doing it, you're gonna be losing stuff here and there. It's just disaster. I think you've got to be in it for the long game, haven't you? This whole like
can't cheat the graft.
Yeah, literally. So I think, and that time that you're investing into messing about with that sort of stuff, you're going to invest that in something else and get such a better return out of it.
And you might enjoy it a bit more.
Yeah, like I don't know the ins and outs of that whole, is it like Forex trading and that?
Something like that, yeah.
Do you want to be at a computer messing, looking at numbers going up and down?
I mean, if it works for some people. It's a very good job. I mean, at the moment, I don't know if because of Donald Trump, Bitcoin, any sort of crypto, absolutely skyrocketed.
Yeah, I've seen Alex share something about this.
Yeah, everything's gone up. I mean, before Trump was...
Why though? Why is that?
I think because Trump's very pro crypto and Bitcoin,
Right.
and he thinks it's going to be the future.
Right.
So everyone's investing in it, and it went from like 45,000 or something pounds, and at the moment it's like 67,000.
Jeez,
So it's like a 50% increase. If you bought before, there's some money to be made.
So is that like sort of worldwide? So
Yeah.
it's not just a UK thing.
Yeah,
like
anyone can buy Bitcoin. It's just in different currencies, of course. But
the value of it is exactly the same no matter where you are.
Yeah.
It's mad. Me and Felix were at Castle Cream. We bumped into a few people. You'll know of them. And they were saying about this guy that lives in Dorset where he's got a few cars and stuff. I'll tell you off camera because I don't want to reveal his personal situation. But they said that the way that he's made his money is through Bitcoin back in like 2008.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking now, if he's still got it, which I'm sure he has,
I mean,
because he's made a fair bit of quid.
everyone's heard the pizza story. You heard the pizza story?
No, I feel like I should have.
So some guy, back when Bitcoin was first made, he bought 2 pizzas for 10,000 Bitcoin. That in nowadays money is like 800 million.
Oh, jeez.
Absolutely gutted.
Did you hear about that guy that chucked his hard... I don't know what, it's not a hard drive, but he chucked one out and he's been
loads of people
trying to dig up the recycling centre to try and get it back.
Loads of people have said they've lost it and they've had so much before. And the thing is, back when it was cheap, if you bought it because it was like a tenner, 30 quid, whatever...
Do you know what's funny? That this, I might be chatting wassy or not, but I'm pretty sure I remember back in school people talking about it.
Probably.
Like, imagine like getting on that.
People probably heard about it and thought, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
Why would we do that?
And like back in school, so I was what? That would have been like
2008. So what? 16 years ago.
Fucking hell, that's nuts, isn't it? Jesus Christ.
Secondary school.
This might have been it was high school where I was hearing about it because I had a mate who was quite into all that. You know, you've always got one mate at school who's always a bit into that sort of stuff, like hacking the
thing is, if you bought that, then you would be a millionaire now.
I'm surprised Felix and Ollie never invested because they're quite that sort of type, and they're like hacking into computers.
I think people just didn't know what was going to happen.
Yeah,
and also people don't want to. That's the problem. It's risk.
Yeah,
like,
if you haven't got the money to necessarily risk, like if you've got a few quid that you can risk, then fair enough. But if you're in a position where you can't really,
thing is now Bitcoin, there's not loads of money to be made in it. It's more of like a long-term investment. So you put like £500 in every month or something, and then over the next like 50 years, you've probably gained quite a bit.
See, I would like to get more clued up on it because then you can just invest your money into different things. But I don't know enough about it.
I think the safest thing is like the S&P 500.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I watch a lot of Mark Tilbury. Do you watch him?
Yeah, he's quite good.
He bangs on about the S&P 500.
It's the best thing you can really invest in, I think. That's got less risk, but you're going to get more reward than a 4% savings account. Yeah.
Do you know what? I was thinking back along about like investing in different things, and I reckon if you could and you could ride the long wave of it, if you could invest into cars like properly, if you had the space, a garage, and you thought, right, I'll get an E46 M3, an E92 M3, maybe the old C63, you know, the nice sound one. If you could be in a position where you could buy them and keep hold of them, do like what Mark McCann's done, where he's kept some of them cars and then now they're worth a fortune. That's also probably a good way to invest. But obviously, with Bitcoin and that, there's no monthly or yearly outgoings. With cars and stuff, you've got like maintenance, you've got storage fees and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas like, I think people choose the whole Bitcoin S&P stuff because you literally, money's in there and then that's it. You don't really have to do anything other than add some or take some out. Or whatever.
Exactly. I think it is a long game though. Like if you're in it just and you think in the next couple of months you're going to make some money, not worth doing.
No, it's not worth doing. You might make a few quid quick.
Yeah, or you might lose money quick.
Yeah.
But that's what Mark Tilbury talks about. It's more about, even if you put £50 in a month, that £50 will grow over 20 years rather than thinking about it in a year, it might be down.
Yeah,
but then the next year it might be up 300%.
Think of like how much you spend on food in that a month, and if you cut down half of that and put half into a bit of savings and stuff, you'd so much better off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I usually like work, I bring food in. I don't usually buy food, it's just cheaper.
To be fair, you are tight. Like you are tight, which is fair enough.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? That's how the rich become rich.
Well, that's the plan.
And I can smell the rich coming off of you, Reese.
not yet.
But no, I think it's good to be. Do you know, I always used to be like proper tight, like saving the pet. But now I'm a little bit more like. Well, I probably shouldn't be like it, but a little bit more spendy.
A little bit more.
I need to get back. But sometimes it's nice to. I think sometimes it's nice to sort of humble yourself and go back to being tight. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
then you also, if you never like reward yourself, there's no incentive to keep doing it.
Exactly.
That's what I think with holidays. I think if you've made a good amount of money, then treat yourself to a holiday to go, oh, okay, if I keep doing this, I can do more. Yeah, rather than some people will save holiday, they got no money. Save holiday, got no money.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you have got to reward yourself and stuff. I always say with when Victri does all right, and the boys have agreed to do the same as well. To be fair, we all said what should we do, as a little treat to ourselves after all the hard work. Say if it's in a year's time, whatever it is. And I've always said if I was to start a big business and I made a few quid, I'd buy a watch. Right. Do you know what I mean? Because it gives you something to work towards. Do you know what I mean?
Keep it forever.
And you literally keep that forever, and that's another thing that will go up. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I think. Yeah, you're always watching the pennies. Well, they say the pennies and the pounds will look after themselves, don't they? So
I mean, while we're on the topic of Victri, shall we give a little sneak peek?
The grand reveal, mate. I'm worried about what you're going to say.
So I've not seen the website, which we were showing. It's kind of in a staging branch for a minute, so it should all be live very soon. Hopefully by the time you've seen this video, it'll be up. You all can go on there, buy your tickets. But this is the first time I'm going to see it.
And hopefully if you're on your way to Cars and Cuppas, say if this is Sunday and you're listening to it on the way, we've got a full setup there. You're buying tickets on that day and we're running around like Headless Chicken.
That's it.
Because we're bringing the full setup Sunday. The car M2 is coming. Everything's going to be there. So I need to send you this link.
This is the first time I'm going to see it, so I'm going to be a bit critical. If there's anything I don't like...
It should be. Well, like I said, I haven't checked it today, to be fair.
I will tell you.
I think the thing on the main screen, I think you're really going to like, as long as it works as it should.
If you're an audience listener, this is going to be a good little teaser for you, and then you can either go and check it on the video on YouTube, or if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, wait until it's announced, and you can have a look for yourself and buy some tickets.
Do you know what, Reese, as well? Do you know what I'm going to do that the boys don't know?
What?
I'm going to release a little discount code.
Oh, discount code.
Yeah, but don't tell Felix and George.
Don't tell anyone we're releasing a discount code.
I thought about it.
Oh.
But I haven't thought about what the discount code is going to be yet.
What's it going to be?
It'll be on the screen, wherever it is.
I've got an idea.
Go on.
What percentage are we doing?
I reckon just do 10%. I don't doubt you completely.
Audio listeners only get this discount. Podcast 10.
Podcast 10. See, I can make that happen then. It's easy.
It.
Do you know what I mean?
So this is, if you listen to the podcast, you're getting exclusive discounts.
Yeah, exactly. And it'd be interesting how many people buy tickets through the podcast then. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I can track that. Let's send this link over.
Get this link over and let's have a look. I'm excited. I look forward to seeing it.
On text, yeah?
Yeah.
Are we screen recording as well?
We'll screen record now. Screen recorder is starting.
Get rid of any dodgy links, Reese.
Make sure.
So I can give you a little run through and talk to you a little bit about why we've done certain things, or I said to you about the car, so just whilst we wait for you to load that up, obviously the car we ain't actually releasing until January time, but it is on the site, it's coming soon. So there'll be some things on there that will be coming soon and some things that we're going to launch with Friday. But this is effectively a basic run through of what the site's going to be like once it's launched.
This message. Right, let's have a look.
Let's have a look. Dun dun dun.
Oh, so straight in there. This beautiful car. I do like it. I'm trying to drag me, but it's not dragging. This could be a first... Oh, it might still be loading, so the Wi-Fi is not very good down here.
The Wi-Fi is terrible. Oh, yeah, true, to be fair. So that is the only problem. We've got a lot going on there.
Right.
And so basically, if you're ever in bad signal and you're in bad 4G, there's some things that take ages to load like that. So that's a 360.
Yeah. So I can see it's going to be a 360.
It's just not loading down here.
It's not loading for a minute. So what is going on? Hopefully it will load. I think the whole website's struggling to load because of the signal.
Yeah, it sounds like someone's in my house. What's going on here?
Someone's knocking about upstairs. Oh, we've gone no Wi-Fi. Let me try and connect to my phone.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi's not great down here, to be fair. We've you would have seen that we've changed the location of... Well, I say the location, we just moved it from upstairs to downstairs. But
well, let us know what you think. We've got some new lighting as well, so it's a little bit different. It gives a bit more of a vibe.
We're having a bit of a party down there.
Yeah, it's no longer a casting couch, but now separate seats. Right, okay, so I'm not going to try and spin that because I think it's going to
Are we still on the Wi-Fi?
It's still the Wi-Fi.
So basically what that is, if you're on it, you can drag it around and you'll see a 360 view of the car, and then you can also do the same with the interior, but the interior is not as fancy.
I mean, switch to the interior view so I can still see it. Oh, the interior view works. That works.
Do you recognise the location of the...
I do recognise the location. It is beautiful Dartmoor with some tyre marks over there.
That's nothing to do with us though, mind.
Of course not.
Try the 360 now.
Oh,
yeah,
there we go. Look at that. It's clean.
So the only thing we haven't been able to nail completely with this one is the shadows. Obviously, they jump a little bit, but that's being really critical. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But to get a 360 on your site, there's no other competition company, I don't think, that's got to add a 360.
So I like where we started. It's always good. Say your prayers because hell is calling your name. Don't call the Nürburgring the green hell for nothing. 30-mile track as narrow as hell. 170 turns. That's incredible. I didn't know that. Yeah. That is incredible.
It's got a little bit of education series.
See, I'm learning as well. I've got some nice photos of the car going around the track. And
so the car, when it launches, will come with a Nürburgring trip included. So it's not... That's the whole idea.
Oh,
so scroll up quick.
Wait, let's have a look at this.
So scroll right up. So are we on the actual competition now?
We are.
So if you scroll up, it actually will say, so you'll know, it does include
another... You best bring a hand fan with you, because the M140i is most blazing of hot hatches. 3-litre 6-cylinder turbocharged mini monsters. There'll be no crawling around city traffic on your first spin. Oh no, you'll drive it all the way to the Nürburgring before heading out on the devilishly tricky track. They call it the green hell. We did say, bring a hand fan. That is pretty cool. So you get an M140i, return Eurotunnel tickets, a 4-night stay in the Nürburg Hotel, and 3 lap tickets. Free lap tickets.
Yeah, boy.
And £500 spent for fuel. What?
So you can pay for your karting out of the £500 spend.
You can go karting, you can get bratwurst, you can get sausages. Got to include that. Wow. So,
to be fair, Devil's Diner will probably cost you £500.
So there's 2 ways to enter. You can enter by post, which is pretty cool. I've not seen that before. And you can also enter on the website.
Yeah, so obviously the coming soon stuff, obviously there's coming soon, so you won't actually be able to purchase tickets to that until January.
Yes.
Because obviously we can't just run these for like 3 months. So basically, in January when we actually launch the car, that's when you'll be able to buy tickets for that one.
You get me too excited.
Yeah, you can't buy tickets. So,
no.
So yeah, obviously, we want to do cars and experiences.
Exactly.
So M140i, obviously, that's the whole real reason. So I went to Nürburgring back in day on the first time in May.
Yeah.
We wanted to film some stuff for what was going to be called Driven Comps at that point.
Right.
So we filmed a load of stuff, and obviously we could never use it because
wrong name.
But we needed some photos of it around the track, and that's why on the second time I wasn't. I was like, I'm not bothered about taking the 140 because I've already done it.
Yeah.
And I was like, we've already got the photos that we wanted, and I didn't want to risk it. Like I didn't want to risk taking the car on the Nürburgring again for the sake of content. Just in case
you've got the content. Well, in case that doesn't tickle your fancy, 12 grand tax-free cash.
Change your bank.
Which 12 grand would go a long way. That's like you could treat yourself to a holiday, a new car. That is a good
It's weird because you wouldn't think 12 grand or money like that's life changing. That would give you a good leg up.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Completely. Do we have a price for the M140i?
So you won't know yet.
We don't know. That's not.
Obviously, I know.
You know. I don't know. So.
And obviously, it says the reason why it says the 71 tickets been bought is because obviously it's a staging, so we've been testing it.
Yeah. So
it's probably Felix buying 70 odd tickets. What do you think of the spec?
I like it.
So when you go into spec, if you go into performance, it gives you all the different information.
I think one thing that with Auto Trader, the reason I like Auto Trader over some other websites because you can literally go performance and it tells you everything.
Yeah.
Rather than having to then go onto a separate browser, search it up, have a look at it. This gives you everything. You got the mileage, automatic, what year it is, 0 to 60, 4.8 seconds, which is pretty quick. 335 horsepower, 6 cylinders. It's also got all the features, so what colour it is. It's Estral Blue Metallic. All the options it's got parking distance control, it's got sensors, which is quite good. Folding mirrors, ProNav, leather seats, Harman Kardon, which is always good.
Top spec that. It's pretty much top spec to be fair.
Electric heated seats, basically top spec.
The only thing down there is heated steering wheel, which is annoying this time of year, but it's pretty much bang on with the spec.
You've got heated seats,
yeah,
so
exactly.
does the job. Modifications, it's got Motec springs and spacers and a single resonator delete, make it sound a little bit better and a little bit lower.
Yeah.
Oh, we've even got a nice
you like the
video.
little
I
video?
didn't even see the video.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So obviously it says there about take the car around the Nürburgring, so you know that you're getting the car and a Nürburgring trip.
Which is pretty cool.
So, and there's a little video we've done up the moors way back when.
With some beautiful roads,
with some beautiful driving from a beautiful driver.
That's it. So we're going to go on to the competitions. As I saw at the bottom, it said there was a few more. Oh, have I got to scroll down to get to it?
No, it'll
not
lead
loading.
to. Yeah, we're not on the best Wi-Fi down here, which is a bit of a shame.
Holy Nürburgring feature.
See that's annoying me a little bit there. So we'll get that changed. The car's cropped. So I'll make a mental note of that. So
that'll get sorted.
By the time it's live, that won't be like that.
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got the price on here as well.
The price is on there. But that's fine, to be fair.
Early bird ticket. Do we know what's going on with the early bird?
So now, don't quote me on this because I can't remember. Because we're launching them over 4 weeks. I can't remember it's until the first 10% of tickets, because some of them will vary.
Right.
It'll either be, we'll run it for a week and there'll be an early bird discount, so £8.95.
Yeah.
Or it'll be when 10% of tickets, so the first 10% of tickets are sold will be...
So if you get in the first 10%, you get a discount.
Yeah.
And then
I'm pretty sure with that one it's a week.
Right.
So...
Okay, so so we've got a few more. We've got lots of early bird options, which I quite like.
Well, they're all going to have early birds.
Ideal.
They're all going to have early birds to give people that incentive.
So basically, if you get in there quickly, you're going to get it for a discounted price. Yeah. So we've also got...
Or if you've watched the Cars and Cuppas podcast and use the Cars and Cuppas podcast discount code, you get a little bit more.
You get an extra 10% off, even better. So we've got luxuriously boring. I mean, some people love it. Some people, I think it's a bit boring. Like, it's nice. It's nice to relax, but just spa days. Do
you not like them?
I like it.
I love a spa day.
It is nice, but it gets a bit boring once you're getting if you're getting a nice hour-and-a-half massage, and then it's nice relaxing.
Yeah.
It's just not enough going on for
have you heard about Borrington Hall?
I've not.
Have you seen it, mate? It is 10-10, to be fair.
Oh, it's called Borrington Hall. That's why it's luxuriously boring. It took me a minute. And it's a weekend for two.
It is some place, mate.
Oh, these pictures are very nice. Have a little look.
Yeah, some place.
Have a look at some of these. Oh, wow, the pool looks nice.
It's like a proper high-end venue, local, sort of semi-local to here.
It's beautiful.
Nice facilities, nice spa, and it's a stay as well. So obviously,
let's have a little read. So, daily routine of yours, which leaves you absolutely frazzled every few days of the year. There's no greater escape from all of that than a spa day at the weekend at one of the UK's most luxurious little treats. You and a friend or a loved one, we won't check, will spend one night in the wellness room with freestanding bathtub, decked balcony overlooking the wildflower meadows, and a buffet of natural skincare products. That's on top of the access to the award-winning adult-only spa and a 60-minute treatment each to soothe away all your ache and pains. It does look very nice, to be fair. I think I might have to actually have a look at it.
Text, the wording?
I like it. It's a little bit more casual. It's not too we've got this.
Win this car, blah, blah, blah.
Win this. It's a lot more casual, which I quite like. It's a lot more.
It's a different outlook onto it, isn't it?
Yeah, what I've noticed as well is there's a maximum entries. Is that always going to be like that? So you can only buy certain many tickets?
Basically, after doing research with other competition sites, if you haven't got a max entry thing, if people are working out the odds on certain competitions, and you'll find some people put in comments like, oh, this person keeps winning this competition or winning through
maybe
blah,
they
blah,
bought
blah,
50 or 100
and they're obviously looking at the odds and working it out, and they're buying 100 tickets or something, because they're like, well, there's only 200 tickets say sold in this one, I'm going to buy 100 of them or whatever, and then the chances are they're going to win. So we're like, let's give everyone a chance. So some comps might be like 10, some might be 20, some might be 30, and all that sort of stuff. So if you were going to purchase more than 10, for example. Is this one 10?
This one's 10, yeah.
So if we went to purchase 20, we just physically wouldn't allow you.
Wouldn't let you, which is quite good. So
if you look at the odds, I think there's 350 people for this one.
350 people.
So if for example we sold 100 and someone was like, well, the odds are well good there because only 100 tickets these are sold, I'm going to buy 100.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And then if they keep doing that with every comp, they're going to keep, the chances are they're going to keep winning them because they bought half the amount or double the amount of what's been sold, sort of thing.
And
so
what you want to do is you want to give everyone a fair opportunity.
Chance.
And also some people who may not be able to buy 100 tickets, gives everyone the chance.
Exactly.
And it might change someone's life.
So the other thing we're doing on this, which you'll see in a minute when you go into the account, we're being a bit more on it with people, because people, this thing is with competition sites, it's like a form of gambling as well, which is, some people can get a bit caught up with it. So we want to try and help people out by not like spending all of their money on us. As much as we want people to spend money, we don't want to get you into a financial difficult situation by purchasing loads of tickets. So you can set like spending caps and that on your account, and like and we can change that, and so you can pause the account if you want to, you can stop the account if you want to, you can set a spending limit. So if you're like, look, I've got £100 to spend a month on competitions, when you set up your account you can set that. Do you know what I mean? And then that's locked in then, and if you want to increase that or decrease it or whatever, you get hold of us and we'll sort it out.
You can, which that's a really good idea.
People can, it's so easy to get down the rabbit hole of just,
and the thing is, you go, oh, so close, I'll get another one, I'll get another one.
And that's where it can get a bit of an addiction, do you know what I mean?
Which you want to look out for everyone.
So we're looking out for people.
Exactly. And we've also got Need a Lift. So this is quite good for anyone who wants to start working on their car. Maybe you, if you're E36.
I could do a win in that.
You could.
Jesus. Have you seen my tools?
Oh, well, what tools? So, don't know how hard it was to start this bit by saying elevate your car game. Really, really hard, but we're better than that, and we promise no more lifting or raising puns when we say that this kit has everything you need to get to work on your wheels. Even when that work involves changing your wheels, no need to head to the garage and pay a mechanic to tune up your ride. Oh no, just jack it up and get your hands dirty. So here, look, what have we got?
So it's the Halfords Advanced kit.
Halfords Advanced. We've got a low profile jack, 2 jack stands, a torque wrench, and a wheel remover kit. So basically perfect for anyone who just wants to start some basic stuff. Even if just changing your wheels, anything. Nice and easy.
And it's good quality stuff, like people give Halfords
the Halfords Advanced stuff's really good.
Yeah, it's spot on. The thing is, most stuff these days it's all about branding, isn't it?
Yeah.
So most of this stuff is all like, you look at Snap-on, it's probably built in the same warehouse as this, it's just branded.
Different branding.
Mate, the stuff is spot on, to be fair.
It's like also like aftershave, like you are paying for the brands.
Yeah, so people almost think, oh, it's just Halfords stuff, and it's not. It's really good stuff. It's really
the Halfords
good
stuff's
quality.
really good. I like it. I use it as well. I've got Halfords stuff, and they're ideal. So what I've seen as well is all the early bird tickets are £1 cheaper regardless. So it's sensitive. Like you think instead of £4 for this, £3 for a ticket.
And what's the entries on this?
Only 200 entries. Yeah. So it's quite a good odds.
Good odds.
And think like this is worth quite a lot. Tools aren't cheap either.
Yeah, I mean, the other thing as well, if you're not into tools, you just sell them, wouldn't you? Do you know what I mean? Like,
anyone will buy them.
Everyone does competitions, and the chances are they sell stuff after, which is you choose whatever you want to do with the competitions once you won it. So if you sell them for a few £100 or whatever, you've made yourself a good little earner out of £4.
So one little question. So with these little ones, I've not seen the cash alternative. Is it going to be an option, or is it going to be you get the competition?
With like some big experiences like that Bond and Hall one, potentially might do cash, but it's not worth it doing cash alternatives, because we'd rather, if you're gonna enter a competition for like the tools and stuff, we'd rather you actually
enter it for the competition rather than the money.
Yeah, rather than the money. And even then, like, you're gonna use it. Do you know what I mean?
And even with the spa, you could give it to a friend, Christmas treat as well.
Mate, yeah,
it's a really good Christmas gift.
It'll more like be the cars and the motorbikes, and anything like that where we'll do cash alternatives.
Yeah. So we've got action with this content creator bundle.
Mate, this one's banging.
I look forward to having a look at this because, we all love creating content.
This one's banging.
Having stuff to make it easier as well. So recording stuff on your phone, that's amateur hour. From vlogging a road trip to capturing the most intense outdoors action, this creator bundle is pro league. You get 3 different cameras for recording yourself, taking 360s and doing big cinematic rolling shots, plus suction cups to shoot from every angle, an extension pole for extreme selfies, and 3 memory cards to stash your clips. Your followers will be wondering if you've suddenly been sponsored by a Red Bull. Everyone stream. I'd love to be sponsored by a Red Bull. That'd be absolutely incredible. So you got a chance to win an Insta360 X4. So is that the newest version?
Latest one.
The latest GoPro Hero 13. A DJI Pocket 3. 3 suction cups as well, which is good because sometimes you've just got one and then you can't put the other GoPros or not somewhere else.
Nightmare.
3 128GB SD cards, so you can put one in each of your cameras, and the extension pole for the 360. So a lot of you have seen like the Forza Horizon style videos of the camera behind.
We've done a few, haven't we?
They're cool. I really like them. I think it's awesome.
And we got to about the time one fell off the Lambo.
No, it fell off.
Mate, I didn't put it on properly.
Oh.
That's why I had to buy the times 4.
Oh, it's by the newer one. So let's have a look at
the
some
photos banging as well.
I really like the new GoPros as well. The quality has stepped up so much.
I tell you what, them little Osmos, mate, they are bang on. You can do so
fit them
much
in your
for
pocket,
them.
and they're so easy.
They're
and so
literally, you can
smooth.
do YouTube videos, you can do reels, you can do rollers, you can do all sorts of them. They're literally bang on.
So we've also got the early bird option as well, which is awesome.
What's the odds on that one again? Was it £3.95?
600 tickets, and it's £3.95 for early bird. So it's not bad odds for what you're getting. You're getting a lot of camera gear.
Yeah.
You got to think these cameras aren't necessarily cheap, and they are quality. They're the best ones you can get.
This is the best stuff you can get.
So this gives you literally the perfect
Like
start.
that's the perfect bundle. Like if you're proper into cars, right, and I don't know, you're into your track day stuff. You've got the GoPros for the track days and stuff like that. You've got the Insta for like the more city type stuff. And obviously you want to film your own rollers and your mates' cars and stuff. That bundle is perfect for us.
Yeah,
do you know what
exactly.
I mean? But if I was entering a competition and win that, I'd be over the moon.
I would.
Do you know what I mean?
I'd love it.
I feel really bad now as well because these competitions would have been bang on for you, and you can't enter.
That's okay.
But also you can use all the stuff that we've got.
Exactly, and one of you is going to win it.
I'll be class.
We hope if you win these stuff, tag Victri. Show us you
100%.
experiencing these days. Show everything because we want to see it.
I'd love to see it. I can't wait to drop this because I don't just want to like if someone wins this bundle, I don't just want to send it off to them. I want to go there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to drop it to them because I know like you don't think it's a lot, but that's a couple of grand's worth of stuff there. Do you know what I mean?
And that is a lot to some people.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd love just to go and drop it off to their work or wherever they decide to be.
And now everyone loves free competitions.
Yeah, boy.
So £500 free.
Yeah.
Like if I told you can have 500 quid, you can buff. Why not?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at this one. So without spending a single
There's a beautiful
penny,
model there with the cash.
a shame he's covered by the cash.
Yeah, what a shame that is.
Maybe not a shame. So as well, we've got 300 tickets. So basically, you need to get here quick.
Is this 300 is it? Someone's up that, you know. I swear I said 200 for that because I wanted it to be like. I know it's free, but I want it to be good odds.
It wants to be, yeah, exactly.
Because I wanted like 200 people to go on there instantly and sign up. So I'll be having a word, I think.
Well, I mean, you better get there quickly though, because 300 people is not a lot.
You think Cars Cuppas on Sunday? If we promote that free competition, it's gonna be gone.
There's 400 people there roughly. So, well, that's right. No entry fee, no catch. The only thing you have to spend is a minute of your time. Imagine the scenes as £500 lands in your bank account. Is there any sweeter sound apart from maybe winning the lottery or hearing a baby hysterical laugh? Or the soothing sound of an Irish family band in the cause when you really need to get to sleep. Okay, there's loads of sweeter sounds. £500 for nothing is still pretty good though. I mean, there's nothing else to say.
Yeah, exactly.
500 quid for literally just pressing maybe 5 buttons.
Yeah, easy.
Bit of texting, put your name in, put an email address in, and bosh. You've
just
won
chuck it in your basket. If you're buying a ticket for like the tech or whatever, just chuck that in your basket.
Well, exactly.
It's free, isn't it?
So, on here as well, we've also got a section for live draws, which we've seen. So everything live stream, they're all going to be on here.
They're all going to get stored on there.
Perfect.
They're all going to get stored on there.
Is it then going to be on social media?
Is our one currently on there from before?
No.
Not been taken down. Yeah, it is.
Yeah. No, it says waiting for Victri.
Right. So, but that is actually our.
If I click on it,
YouTube.
Not sure if it's going to load.
I might not like the video, you know.
No, it says waiting for Victri October 31st.
Right. Is it playing though?
Kind of. Yeah, it's playing, but it says it's waiting for you. So I think that's just in the staging a little bit. Give us a follow. Never miss out.
Yeah.
Is it going to be on all social medias as well, the live stream? Are we just a website or is it going to be...
Not TikTok.
Right.
What, as in, so say Friday we're doing a live.
Is it going to be on the website, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok?
Yeah.
So yeah, you get it on everything. Awesome. I mean, so far I really like the website. I think
it's clean, isn't it?
It's very tidy. Everything's neat. We've got Swift cards.
Oh, these are banging.
Swift cards, gift cards with oomph or 0 miles per
do you
hour.
like that? Yeah.
What do you get a person who's really awkward to buy for? I know many people who are awkward to buy for, and really expensive prizes. True chances to win fast cars.
Taylor, you get a £50 gift voucher on Victri for Christmas.
And they've all got funky faces on them as well. Well, we've got a nice little smiley over here. Some guy who looks shocked for the best £50 option.
They're cool, aren't they?
Cool little gift card. Is this a physical gift card or is it a digital gift card?
So eventually we will do physical ones, but at this stage,
but
it's not actually too much of an outgoing for digital ones, but we'll keep it simple for the minute.
Keep it nice and simple. And then we've also got Cars for the Community. Most little local charities barely have funds to operate, let alone invest in a pool car. So we're putting as many of them possible into the driving seat into our communities.
So basically, I know there's quite a lot of information on there. What our plans are, a portion of the amount that we make from competitions, we're going to set aside, and then we're going to speak to local charities who are in need of like a pool car. So the first one's going to be West Bank, and we're basically going to buy them a car so they can use to take their customers out and all that sort of stuff, carers. So it might be, let's say West Bank, for example, is all to do with like care in the community and stuff like that.
I think that's awesome.
We're literally going to take a portion of the profits or whatever out of the competitions, set that aside, and buy these companies a car that they can use. So maybe a nurse needs a car to get around to different houses and all that sort of stuff. They'll have a pool car there.
Which I think that's amazing, giving back to the community and helping.
And local community as well. Like it's
not just like giving money to like say like British Heart Foundation.
And you can't see where it's going.
Yeah, exactly. Whereas at least it's all the local people and you see where it's going.
Exactly. And what we're doing as well, if you scroll down to the bottom, you can nominate.
Yeah, that's where I've just gone past.
So if you've got a charity that sort of got a place in your heart or whatever that you'd really like us to support, just send it over and we'll do our best to try and help them in the future.
Which is awesome.
Obviously, it's going to start off slow to begin with. Like maybe once every 3 months we'll donate a car, but hopefully if we could do like a car, 2-car month where we could give to a local charity that deserves it, and sweet.
Absolutely awesome. So we've got some FAQs. We'll go through this now.
You sure? It's quite a lot.
Is it quite a lot? Well, we'll briefly look through it. So if you're watching the video, you can have a quick look. I'm glad you've introduced Apple Pay as well. I did send you a little message and
I had to double check with them because I was like, "Where's Apple Pay?"
Yeah,
I need to send this over.
I don't know if you guys like this as well, but if I'm buying something, my phone is always in my hand. It's just tap tap tap.
Yeah, see, I haven't got Apple Pay set up on mine, but I'm just a dinosaur thing like that.
See, I don't bring my card anywhere. My phone is my wallet, which is crazy because my phone dies. That's it. So I usually make sure it's charged. But then we've got, how do you pick the winners? Basically showing that everything's completely fair. It's not unpredictable. There's fair chance for everyone, so no problems with that. Will every competition be drawn live? All the main ones will be drawn live, and you only find out if you've won. Insta wins don't have a live draw, and you'll find out straight away on the web page. We'll have a little talk about Insta wins in a moment once we've gone through this. Yeah. So there's not cash alternatives. We've spoke about that. How do I know if I've won a prize? If you're watching a draw, then you'll know on there, and you'll also get an email and the instant comps right away. Yeah. How you receive it. If you win a car or some tech, we can deliver it to you in person. So, which is pretty cool, like you're saying. It's nice to like see people as well, because
it builds up the connection and stuff like
exactly.
That, you know what I mean?
And if you just get given something, there's not as much, I say, personal connection. Whereas if you actually go and give it to them in person. I think for them as well, as it feels a lot like better.
That's what I mean. Like if we're just sending this out by post, like the tech bundles and that, it's like, just one that. Do you know what I mean? If we can go there, deliver it to, especially in nice cars and that.
Yeah, exactly.
It's an experience.
I think cars you got to. So everything's totally tax free as well. If you win any sort of cash prizes, straight to your bank, which is awesome. All tech, everything is brand new, which is perfect. Cars and motorbikes are used, but only ones that are like perfect, looked after, nothing wrong with them. Like the M140i. Brand new MOT, everything's all fresh.
Yeah, we want to make sure the cars are good spec, well looked after, like low owners, low mileage, all that sort of stuff, and they're good cars that you'd want to keep. So if you choose to keep it, it's not like an absolute shed. Do you know what I mean? Like some cars, you hear horror stories sometimes, mate.
You bought it and then 2 months later it's broken or something.
Or someone's won a car, like, and it's just not like up to spec, up to standard. Like, do you know what I mean? I know you can't really complain if you've won a car, but we want it to be like the car's mint,
hassle free.
Yeah.
Well, talking about the tickets, so obviously if nothing sells out, like if say you only sell 100 tickets and there's 200, you just got better odds. There's nothing else about it.
Let's hope people buy the tickets, otherwise we're screwed.
Oh yeah, otherwise you'll make no money and they'll win it for even cheaper.
But yeah, at least you've got really good odds. But there's some competition sites that are like banking on the fact of that. They're like, yeah, well, we're not selling any tickets, so it's ideal. It's like, well, don't you want to be selling tickets, though?
Well, exactly. I mean, it gives you guys a better chance.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, no returns, no refunds. Once you bought a ticket, that's it. There is limits. We've spoke about them. It says Victri Limited on any statements. Is this legit or what? Yes, we are legit. So there are some dodgy company sites out there. We're a proper company, Victri Limited. Everything is all on there. It's run by everyone, giveaway cars, every little bit more information is on there. Can you help if I'm struggling with gambling? We did have a little chat earlier about the different things you can do. We spoke about Swift cards. Can you fix it for me to win if I ask nicely and send you some cash? Maybe other sites, but not here, sunshine. No. Unfortunately, we are not doing anything dodgy. Question, has it been answered here? Well, that's not really a question. We'll let you off. Get in touch, and I imagine there'll be an email somewhere. Get in touch button right at the bottom.
Give Felix some abuse.
Yeah.
No, maybe don't give him abuse, actually. He'll be kicking off.
About us. Oh, goody, another competition site. Oh, who's handsome fellas on here?
There's one. And then there's Felix.
Blood, sweat and tears. Came and saw they conquer. They saw good things coming free. So it feels a bit like fate when the three car obsessed mates join a competition site and make people feel good.
Basically, the reason why Josh isn't on there is because he's not like a public facing person, is he?
No.
But I think over time we do want to get a photo of us three because it just makes sense.
Get all three.
But some people might be saying, "Where's Josh? He's hiding.
He's hiding behind the screen.
He's hiding behind his tracksuit." It's mad as well because his dad would be watching this. He'll send it because his dad watches the podcast.
Right.
Because Josh doesn't watch it, I don't think. But now he's going to send it over to his
find
dad.
out.
Over to Josh.
I think every time I see Josh in a tracksuit, he loves it. I mean, it's comfortable, but... So, supersized prizes. It's not about winning cars. We've thrown experiences too. So, a sports car might come with a track day, a Ferrari with a trip to Italy.
Imagine that.
That would be crazy. And a Volvo with £500 to spend on IKEA meatballs and maybe a Mount bedside table. Talk about table.
That's what I said. I need a Mount, actually. Yeah.
You need to win a table.
Yeah.
You can win motorbikes, big tech bundles, cash tours, even a free to enter monthly cash draw. Well, we did just call ourselves the good guys. Non-sneaky odds. Can you smell fish? Because there are some serious sharks out there in the comping world. Selling scary amount of tickets for pretty average price. It's all sneaky tactics to boot profit, and the only loser is you because the odds are totally against you winning. So we limit the tickets for each competition, keeping the odds low and keeping the chance of having a big win much more in your favour, because all fair in love and really, really cool prizes. We spoke about the cars for community, and I think that's... If I missed anything on it, or sign up.
No, obviously, what we'll do... Obviously, we haven't got time to create the account process, but it's very simple to create an account. It's very easy to buy tickets. Obviously, if anyone's watching this and is giving it a go, if you're struggling with anything like how to set up or whatever, give me a shout on Instagram and I'll help you out. But it should be so easy to create an account and stuff.
Overall, I think it's pretty... I've not found anything to critique. I think everything's pretty good.
Have a proper play of it later. Like, create an account, run through all the process, like... And then obviously set your spending limits and stuff, because that's quite good. And if you go, obviously I know that this will be a dummy account for you, because obviously you won't actually be able to create an account, because obviously you're going to be getting involved with it. But like when it comes to it, like the people who are watching this on Sunday or listen to it on Sunday and you've actually set your account up, like make sure you use the spending limits and that. If you say, look, I've got £50 a month and I don't want to spend any more than that, just stick to the spending limit.
Yeah,
go into the account details, set your spending limits, and then just do what you're happy with.
It's too easy though. Like, I mean, I can't. Honest here, I spent £15 the other week on competition because it's just too easy just to go.
Have you
for
seen
it.
it just quickly? Because I know we've got like no time now because the camera's going to die, isn't it?
Well, we've not got long on the SD card.
Felix is trying to get me to spend 125 quid on this Instagram competition. Have you seen it, John Semister?
Oh yeah,
it's like 250 quid. No, 250 quid ticket.
Right.
And he's got a slot, so I've got to send him some money after this podcast. I've got to chuck him 125 quid
for the
STO and all of that.
That'd be cool.
But so that's, I won't be buying a ticket on it again.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But it is so easy to spend money on comps.
It is.
But that's why we want to be on it.
That's it. Safer.
So it's been nearly a year and we're finally launching and we're gassed to launch. So we haven't even had time for the questions, mate. Do you know what I mean?
We might have to save them.
Yeah, I've got a banging one from Dan Webb that I'll save.
Or we can always make this into a longer episode.
Yeah, but I don't know whether your camera will have enough with it.
Was it 180 cards?
Yeah. Oh, well, this could be a longer episode.
Wait, so let me just check quickly.
Yeah.
You can talk about.
I'll tell you what. If we're going to make this into a longer episode, I'm going to run up and go for Waz.
We've got 4 minutes and 8% back. Maybe we'll call this.
We'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up.
So I think after all that faffing about, hope you all enjoyed listening.
Yeah, I think that's been a banging episode. I think these episodes are getting better and better and better, and I think if you can let us know how we can improve it in any way, just fire a comment, fire us a message.
And what you think of the setup as well, a little bit different.
What do you want to see? What do you want to see on the wall?
Some greenery, some posters, maybe a little bit something on the table.
If anyone can gift us some stuff and send it our way.
Yeah, if you got anything cool, feel free to send it. Just give us a DM.
But I think obviously over time, I've got a couple of guests that are sort of on the sort of list. I'm waiting on this microphone because it's a nightmare trying to sort out. Felix stitched me well up, by the way.
It's broken it.
But hopefully we're going to bank a few guests So there'll be a few guest episodes over the next couple of weeks. It'll be the next couple of episodes. So yeah, just stay tuned for everything that we've got coming on with the podcast.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's everything.
Sound
awesome.
Check you out on socials. Check myself out on socials, and then just drop us a comment about what we want to see in the future. Yeah.
And make sure you keep listening to podcasts, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. See you guys on the next one.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.